Hello, and welcome to a very special outdoor edition of Welcome to a normal Dom Answers. This is the Dom Answers thing. I do this, I want to do it every month. I don't, but basically, so on my Facebook page, which is facebook.com, facebook.com/DomFerret, every so often I post a thing that says, hey, I'm gonna be doing this. I answer the first 5, and then I do whatever I want. Carlos wants to know, what would be the ultimate end goal for you? Like, what's the point at which you say, yeah, I think this is what I always wanted? You know, I think if you had asked me this even a month ago, I would have had a much more concrete answer about, like, I would have really equated that to a movie, a specific project. And I feel like a lot of people who are like me, you live with this understanding of that the job, the work, the movies, that's it. And, like, when you're happy there, you're happy in every other quadrant. And that's true to an extent, for sure. I'm happier when this stuff is going well, or when I like what I'm making. But it's not the whole pie. I guess it's like the whole pie, but that's like, what I'm saying is it's a pie, but then there's other food. You could eat pie all the time, but it's not saying it'll make you sick if it's all you eat. It's like a turkey. If you're like a vegetarian, though, it's like a big fucking fish. It could be your main thing. I think that's fine, that if it's the thing that drives you, that's usually how people who do this operate. But I'm starting to, like, just feel that hunger for the external stuff. I don't know what'll actually fulfill me in a 100% kind of way, but, like, career-wise, yeah, I just want to make good big movies about fucking magic stones. Christian asks me, what is my favorite Eels song? Probably Grace Kelly Blues. William wants to know, Dom, what are some of the recent changes to your techniques or strategies to script writing? What have you recently tried to emphasize that you didn't used to do? That's interesting. You just get better. I mean, it's hard to quantify it sometimes because you're pretty much learning. I'm learning every single time I start something new. So whether it's like certain things with dialogue, like I'll go back to scripts that are even just a couple months old and I'll look back and I'm like, wow, how did I not realize that is bad? But yeah, as far as like a thing I'm actively aware of and I'm trying to fix is, I don't think I overcomplicate story things like too drastically, but I'm always aware of trying to keep things kind of simple and just clear emotionally, just so you know that kind of you can do twists and turns and things can be weird and characters can be really different and fresh and you haven't seen them before. But you got to make sure that like the core of the thing is easy enough to follow so that it grants you the ability to go a little weird, especially for stuff I want to do where it's like really accessible kind of big stories with big feelings. Victoria wants to know, did Hollywood call you yet? And yeah, they did. They called me stupid. They called me bad. But yes, since I've been out here, I've been meeting with places, still pitching away. I'm writing stuff all the time. I'm getting to have cool meetings all the time, and it's just a matter of you keep trying until something clicks with someone, and, you know, fingers crossed. Nevin asked me, do you prefer instrumental or lyrical composition? I'm gonna kind of give you a stupid answer here because I can't separate it. It's hard for me to pick one because I like each for different reasons, and I think when I like them both at the same time, that's when I get the most excited about the music I'm making, so it's hard to separate. If I had to pick, like if someone said you could never do one or the other anymore, I'd probably write lyrics more. You're asking about me, right? You're not just asking in general. So if you're asking in general, I still can't pick. So that was the first 5, and now I'm gonna skip all over the place. Gary wants to know, how is the LA life, and is the traffic really as terrible as everyone says? The traffic is pretty big. It can get pretty bonkers sometimes. You like look at it, it'll say, oh, it's gonna take you 40 minutes to go, 3 miles or whatever, and that happens. So yeah, it could be pretty terrible. And as far as LA in general, it's good, man. It's a weird city. I don't know if I've said on one of these before. I don't know if I've ever made this declaration, but LA is interesting, especially when you're here to do entertainment stuff, if you're acting or writing or whatever, because you're in this place where you're shoulder to shoulder. You pretty much know no matter where you go out to eat, you go walk down the street, you're probably around other people who want to do exactly what you want to do or are already involved in it in some way. And it's one of those weird places where when it's working and when you're excited, you tap into the pulse of the city, and I'm like, wow, I'm near. Like, sometimes it blows my mind, like those 3 miles away or whatever are, paramount. The studio is right there. I'm driving past Warner Brothers every time I go up to see, Tim Kish. It's like, that stuff can feel really good sometimes, but I think when you don't feel good necessarily about what you're making, or you don't feel like things are really working out, like, everybody else is around you, like, right across the street, someone's making something amazing and living their dream, but you're just like, You're just not, and you're near it. I would never, like, move for this reason, but sometimes being this close to everything can bum you out in a different way. It's the so close yet so far sort of thing, I think. But it is nice, man. I mean, it's not, like I'm saying, it's not lost on me still how cool the city is and that I'm just near these huge things happening. Like, you know, there's someone, me and Ryan talk about it all the time. There's someone really close to here, somewhere, and they're working on Star Wars. And it's in my, it's somewhere near me. You know what I mean? It's not, it's a drive away. That's crazy to me. And it's still, like, that stuff still excites me. Kristen wants to know, did you find the amulet? Did I find the amulet? I'm starting to worry it's not real. Of course, I wanted to find it. Of course, I wanted to find it. I needed it. We all needed it, and I need to stop. And I'm sorry. And we'll find another way. We'll get him back. Liv asked me, when writing, how do you go about making your characters engaging and distinct? That was something I really appreciated about content in Hero, thank you. And give me your secret, please. It's just play the what-if game in your head all the time. Like, really sit down and be like, I don't know, like, well, genuinely, well, how would that make me feel? Like, really put yourself in it. I think if you're sympathizing with everybody that you're writing about, if you feel like that's a part of you and it's stuff that you've felt before and that you've tried to vocalize before, like, I think that'll come through. That'll show up. Now, that sounds obvious. That's not like I didn't just give some grand wisdom, but I think that's one of those, it's something you kind of take for granted. You think when you're writing, like, of course, I'm tuned in. I'm thinking about all these people. I'm seeing these pieces and I'm writing about them. I'm giving them life. I'm giving them words. But sometimes I find myself that I'm like, my head's not really in the game. All right, guys, thank you for watching this. If you want to be part of the people asking questions, go on facebook.com/DomFerrer and just keep an eye out. If you want to help me stick around on YouTube and really, because again, I know I said this just in the music video, but like, I'm excited by this. I like doing this. I like just setting up the camera. I like just setting up my microphone and just making stuff. And I want to do more shorts that are smaller, and it doesn't, you know, it's not going to take us a week to shoot. It's not going to take months to prep. So yeah, hit up the Patreon. Help me out. Do what you can. Thanks again. I'll see you real soon. Sooner than you think. Scarily soon. Look out! These are those moments where I wish I actually had some sort of weird power. Because like, if in that moment, just one person, I could just teleport and just be right behind them after that part of the video, that would ruin someone's life. And that's really what YouTube's all about.